back to day 2 of the winter meetings here in Indianapolis. I'm Geoff Baker of the Seattle Times, along with my colleague Larry Stone. We're waiting on word of the Sean Figgins signing. We're told it should happen this afternoon. We expect the Mariners to have a press conference here. Sean Figgins should be here in Indianapolis, so we've been told. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen with that. Other than that, we're waiting to see what the Mariners are going to do here in Indianapolis. They got a lot of holes to fill, and they had a big answer to their puzzle answered for them, given to them, let's say last night at midnight, when Adrian Beltre decided to decline arbitration. Larry, what do you think that means for the ball club now?
I think they're breathing a sigh of relief. I think it helps them on a lot of different levels. They don't have to pay him the salary in arbitration that they would have had to pay if he'd accepted, which is $12 million, which would, or so, which would have severely hampered their flexibility in picking up other pieces. This way, if and when he signs with another team, they'll get the draft pick after the first round, the supplemental pick, and also, they still have the option of signing Adrian if that's what they want. They could do it on their terms now, and I think we both agree that that's not going to happen, but it is out there for them. Perhaps if there's no market for Beltre, but I do think there will be a market for the Belts for him, and I think that's probably the end of the Adrian Beltre here in Seattle.
I have to agree with you. I mean, I still have the option of becoming a firefighter if I want to get myself in shape and go through basic training. But, I mean, realistically, if you're bringing in Sean Figgins to play third base at $36 million, you don't necessarily want to have to play him at second base because you're stuck with another third baseman coming back on a multi-year deal. And really, for me, what clinches it, I don't think this team wants to play Jose Lopez at first base, and that was sort of the contingency scenario that they had in mind if Beltre was going to come back. I don't think they'd want to put themselves in that position going forward.
No, but they had to, once they put the offer of arbitration out there, they had to be prepared for Beltre to accept. And Scott Boris's agent ran him through the ringer last night, made him wait until 11:59 or 12 o'clock. I think Boris feels that there's a 4-year or a 3-year deal out there for Beltre. I don't think he's going to get 4 years, and I think he'll have trouble getting 3, but he'll get 2, and he might get a 3-year deal. And the Giants are interested in other teams.
And if you're Adrian Beltre, you also might get it at a ballpark that's a little more favorable to your style of hitting as opposed to Safeco Field.
Exactly.
So, looking forward now, I mean, for me, this is a big deal for the Mariners because Beltre would have made about $12 million, maybe more than $12 million in arbitration. Now the Mariners have that $12 million in their pocket. And we've been told the team has anywhere from about roughly around $15 million now left to spend. But a lot of that, I think, is going to depend on the Figgins signing as well. We don't know how much Figgins is going to earn in the first year of his contract, and we've seen people play around with contract numbers before.
And you've also seen teams that sometimes, if they see a deal that they think is going to put them over the top, that budget could be flexible. Management could say, we'll go $5 million over what we thought because this piece we think is so important to our future. So, there's that flexibility as well. And 15 million, 20 million, but I can get you 2 good players, very good players. So there's still a lot of room for Zorenzik to maneuver here, and a lot of different ways he can go. And he's juggling a lot of balls, as he keeps saying.
He's juggling a lot of balls. We've also seen teams not only approve more money for these kind of things, we've seen teams approve more players. Hey, you need 5 players to get a deal done. Hey, we'll give you 5 players for your starting pitcher. We've seen that happen before. I don't think it's going to happen again this year, but we've seen teams go overboard sometimes when it comes to making trades.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say that Curtis Granderson is out there, and the Tigers are going to want a lot of players coming back. There's a 3-way deal brewing, so that's a player to watch.
I agree. I agree with you. We've talked a lot about Jason Bay and the fact the Mariners are in on Jason Bay, along with, we're told now, the Los Angeles Angels and the Red Sox. But for me, all along, the best fit for this team was going to be Curtis Granderson in left field if the Mariners could somehow swing that deal.
Yeah, I mean, he's the airtight defense out there. I mean, a Granderson, Gutierrez, Ichiro outfield. No balls would ever drop.
Death to flying things, death to line drives, death to anything.
Exactly. This is a guy that hit, how many home runs did he hit last year? 30 home runs?
Yeah, close to 30 home runs.
Yeah, so he can give you some pop out there. His contract is fairly reasonable. He's getting up there a little bit in years. There's a little bit of a decline, but I think he's still got a few good years left. He's known as a high character guy. It's just,
and we I know the Mariners like those kind of guys.
Absolutely. It's a very intriguing thought.
But we're also told that the asking price is going to be through the roof. We're told the Tigers are looking for a bunch of relief pitchers, which we saw. We saw that three-way deal between the Yankees, Diamondbacks, and Tigers, which fell apart last night, but it included another center fielder, first of all, in Austin Jackson, that was going to have to be involved in that deal. And you would think the Mariners would need to get a third team involved because obviously they don't have a center fielder that can trade right now.
Well, the Diamondbacks were willing to give up Max Scherzer, who's their top pitching prospect.
Brandon Morrow, the equivalent.
And that just shows what kind of talent the Tigers are looking for. And who can blame the Tigers? I mean, this deal is going to be hugely unpopular in Detroit because Anderson is very popular in Detroit, and it's going to be seen as a sign that the team is sort of dismantling. So they better have some blue chip prospects to sell to their fans. And so they're going to ask for the world. And if they don't get it, I think they'll keep Anderson.
But it makes a ton of sense for the Mariners because then you could have, like you said, the best outfield in baseball. You could still go out and sign Nick Johnson to play first base. You can go get a right-handed bat as well if you need one.
Rich Harden.
You can get Rich Harden, definitely. Yeah. We're hearing they're beating the drums, beating down the doors for Rich Harden. So, I wouldn't be shocked if he signs with the Mariners.
No, I wouldn't either. And prospects, Jack Zaremski loves prospects, but at some point, I think he's willing to deal prospects to get proven talent. And I think he has confidence in his ability to replenish the farm system.
And I think our prospects for this show are a lot better today at this hour because we have a lot more natural light. And as you can see, Larry's standing here in the light, just like myself. He's not in the shadows, as some of you noticed last night.
Which might be a negative.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to the Seattle Times production crew about that, maybe raise their salaries a little bit so they can afford a flashlight. But anyway, that about does it for now. We got to get back to work in the hallways and find out some real news. So I'd like to thank you all for tuning in once again. Stay tuned to the blog all day. We're going to have a lot more for you. We're going to have more of these videos, more information on the Sean Figgins signing and other things. So for now, I'm Geoff Baker of the Seattle Times, along with my colleague Larry Stone. Have a good morning and keep reading.